up everybody, Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. Hope all of you are doing fantastic. If you're new to my channel and if you like contents like this, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget that, and also hit the bell icon if you want to get all the updates from my channel. Today's fragrance review is none other than from the house of Dua. It's called Blackberry Brandy. It's a boozy fragrance and it's an extrait de parfum, as you can see. It's a 30 ml bottle, and if you have not seen a Dua packaging before, this is what it looks like. That's what it's inside. So guys, let me get down to the fragrance notes from the Dua website, and I'm gonna tell you what this fragrance is all about. By the way, this is an original creation from the house of Dua. No more inspired expression on this one. So the notes they have are blackberry, red berries, black cherry liqueur, cedarwood, amber, brandy, labdanum, and vanilla. So the fragrance itself, it's beautifully done. Boozy fragrance lovers, take note. This fragrance, Blackberry Brandy, is a fantastic addition to your collection if you're into boozy fragrances. This is one of those fragrances like it hits on every particular note at every particular level. What do I mean by that? Like when you spray this fragrance, the initial blast is of this blackberry. Right away, you get this blackberry. Right away. It's not like a bit later or, like way down the line. It's not like that. Right away, you get that blackberry along with this boozy, beautiful boozy brandy note. Fantastic, guys. I'm telling you, it's fantastic, especially in this cold weather. This is very, very enjoyable. And then comes the red berries and the black cherry liqueur. Now, there's a lot of cherries out there, and black cherry particularly, like personally me, there's this one particular cocktail that I really, really like and enjoy, which is called Cherry Godfather. I tried making that thing with black cherries, and I got this beautiful woodsy, smoky, woodsy kind of note, and I made that with Johnny Walker Double Black. It was a fantastic cocktail that I tried. Fantastic taste. So this black cherry liqueur kind of reminds me of that. Gives you that beautiful smoky and woody thing. But in this fragrance, I don't see any spices mentioned, but as it dries down, I do feel there's some cinnamon and probably some cloves in it, but it's not listed in the fragrance notes. But definitely there's a slightly spicy part to it, and it's so nice, so warm, very inviting. And on the dry down, you get that sweet woodsy part. Now, this particular kind of wood that you get here, it's not like those aquatic woody kind of parts, the woody part in those aquatic kind of fragrances, but this one is probably one of those aged barrels where the whiskey or this particular brandy was macerated and processed. They have this beautiful characteristic, this beautiful depth, some smokiness and woodiness, and there's a beautiful character to it. I don't know how better I can explain it, but you do get it. Like anybody who drinks booze, it take a lot of alcohol, small, big, every day, once in a while, but you know what I'm talking about. It's fantastic, guys. For the first 2 hours, 1.5 to 2 hours, it's a very, very loud projector. It projects and it fills up the room. And although the color of the juice is pretty pale yellow, you may see right here, don't be mistaken. This thing is super potent. The longevity is roughly from 8 to 10 hours. Way more, but this is like the lower bound. And initially I went with like 5 sprays. That was a bit too much. So 3 to 4 sprays, because this is an extrait de parfum, and as you know, the Dua power, this thing is potent. This thing pushes. And somewhere like in between the dry down and the opening, somewhere in between, this thing kind of like became heavy. You feel that resinous, that depth, that richness, that luxurious thing pops up off the skin. That's beautiful. The vanilla, it's kind of like sweet, and it mixes so nicely with the labdanum. There's this beautiful fruity part, dries down to this nice, smoky, spicy, woodsy part. And eventually, it ends with this lovely, resinous part from the labdanum and the vanilla. You will love it. You will fall in love. The perfect kind of weather for this fragrance is definitely a cold weather day. Probably late fall when the weather is pretty much chilly, and definitely in the winter time. I do not recommend Blackberry Brandy in summer, of course, but this is a perfect fragrance. Hits all those beautiful sweet sourness, boozy and woodsy feel with hints of smoke and those beautiful fruitiness. Fantastic. Good job, Dua. This was an original creation from the house, no inspired expression. So guys, that was my humble take on this particular fragrance. Let me know in the comment section below what are your favorite Boozy fragrances. I might want to try those, I might want to sample those, and let's see how I feel about that. I don't have too many Boozy fragrances in my collection, but I'm really enjoying this Boozy concept. And by the way, when I say boozy, it's not that volatile alcoholic smell that you get when you open a bottle of booze. It's not that thing that I'm talking about. Boozy, in simple terms, it means that beautiful characteristic you get when you open a particular kind of alcoholic beverage. It could be a whiskey, could be brandy, could be wine, could be vodka, could be gin. So these all have their beautiful characteristic to it. It's not that volatile, sharp smell that you get. That's if you're thinking something like that, that's wrong. So guys, that was my humble take on this particular fragrance. Let me know in the comment section below if you own this or something else. Let me know. And if you're new to this channel and have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe. It means a lot to me. And thank you for all your support, whoever is here watching this. Thank you for being here, guys. And until the next video, take care, guys. Peace out.